Hello, and welcome to the SWOT analysis for AscensionHealth, presented by Group 3. My name is Angel Clark, and today I will be presenting with my team members Kenya Davis, Katie Delaney, and Shirkenya Wells. The purpose of the following SWOT analysis presentation is to provide evidence of AscensionHealth's organizational strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This assessment will allow the viewer to understand what Ascension does well, areas of lack, ways risks can be minimized, as well as what has assisted with the company's chances for success thus far. Founded in 1999, the organization's mission details focused sites of care are driven by compassion and dedication to serve those most in need. Ascension's healthcare network provides essential healthcare services such as behavioral health, dental care, and health education to all, regardless of age, race, or walk of life. Ascension aims to assist with more than just the body and mind, but outreach through and from local community health centers also assists families in need with services such as legal services and social services such as rent, assistance, and pantries. The organization reports annual revenues grossing over $500 million with more than 1,000 employees. Ascension provides services for the following 20 states and the District of Columbia: Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, New York, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, and Wisconsin. Organizational strengths. As a Catholic ministry-based organization, Ascension delivers the foreword of their mission by placing focus on the vulnerable population, ensuring equal access to the healthcare market for greater population. With knowledge that electronic health record systems of today have no way of communicating with each other, Ascension has teamed with Google to develop a database that will allow caregivers access to a more enhanced point of care tool. Also, with the technology enhancements and investments in most consumers' ability to access the internet, Ascension has created an online care tool that is available for direct-to-consumer virtual care in all 50 states. Looking beyond today to 2025 and beyond, the organization recognizes cost of healthcare along with competition. To stay ahead of the inflation curve, strategic plans to evolve have been set into motion. With such a large chain of hospitals, the organization employs a high number of skilled medical professionals. In 2018, the CEO, Anthony Tersini, introduced a strategy to reduce his leadership and financial structure with the introduction of partnering with other fields of healthcare. These disciplines included skilled nursing, home health, and telemedicine in reducing hospitals. The dual transformation strategy will hope to optimize and transform core healthcare operations that will continue to impact their growing industry. Organizational weaknesses. Ascension and weakness of social media presence. The uprising of social media has strengthened advertising strategies for many markets through the years, but Ascension's social media presence has become a major weakness because their pages are challenging to find on the various platforms and could be easier to access. By increasing their social media appearance in the 20 states that they are located, consumers will become aware and gain knowledge that could help spread the word about all the services that are offered by the organization. Ascension and weakness in capacity. Ascension is considered to be a smaller healthcare system than some of its competitors. This could lead to customers going to more well-known systems that are larger than Ascension. Due to smaller capacity, the cost for consumers' choice of healthcare can increase, with employee compensation decreasing. COVID-19 has caused Ascension to face financial trouble, like most healthcare systems. Since the pandemic, Ascension has suspended all elective procedures and are at a slightly worse disadvantage because of being a smaller health system. Organizational opportunities. As diversification of healthcare services increase, organizations can build more businesses and ensure that the payer's demand is met while simultaneously managing the stability of the business. By expanding to other states, Ascension will be able to explore new opportunities that are available and provided by competing organizations in those regions while conquering a potentially new market. Ascension has recently recognized an opportunity for growth and revenue. By acknowledging where the most value is within the organization, they are able to determine where they can make the most funds. Having great benefits can have an uplifting effect on the morale of your employees. When the staff of an organization is in great spirits, especially in the healthcare market, the consumer will perceive the company as being dependable because of the low employee turnover rate, which can be controlled by competing benefit packages from other companies. In 2019, an employee commented the following statement on a survey conducted by niche.com. I have been an employee for 23 years. I would like to see better benefits for the employees. Most of our patients have better health care benefits than the hospital workers. Our pay is competitive in our area, which is good. This comes from an experienced employee in March 26, 2019. Organizational threats. Most hospitals have the same common denominator threats, which are competition and data breaches. Ascension is one of the largest private healthcare systems in the United States. Ascension was ranked second in the United States by several hospitals in 2019. Ascension went through a restructure process in 2018 in order to increase their competitive edge. Competition is a main threat when analyzing business threats. AscensionHealt has had some revenue issues over the past few years that has forced them to restructure, which included layoffs and shift in form of care to bring higher revenue. In 2017, AscensionHealt only reported $552 million from operations, income down 27% from $22 billion. These financial setbacks have allowed competition to get and keep an advantage over the organization. A major gain for AscensionHealt to become back in line with their competition is to start moving toward outpatient care and telemedicine focused. A result of focusing on non-operating income reached a $1.3 billion revenue total from a $275 million loss. Another threat to business for a major healthcare organization such as AscensionHealt is the threat of data breaches. As previously mentioned as a strength, AscensionHealt partnering with Google may also be a threat for several patient care initiatives that has sparked outrage due to privacy concerns. While this may question compliance with HIPAA standards, HIPAA allows entities to share data with their business partners if healthcare functions are involved. And now a message from Ascension Healthcare's resource group on the vision and mission that Ascension has for the total healthcare and well-being of their mission towards the population and greater good.
Well, AscensionHealt came into being in 1999 when the Sisters of St. Joseph of Nazareth, Michigan, and the Daughters of Charity brought together their health ministries to form a system. That was a response to trends of the time, but it was also part of the way in which these communities of women carried forward their ministry from its earliest days of foundation. So the Sisters of St. Joseph, the Daughters of Charity, were joined shortly after that by the Carondelet Sisters of St. Joseph, and more recently by the Alexian Brothers. And all of these groups have deep roots in history that go back to periods of time when people came together because of astounding need, because there were no systems in place to meet those needs. Times of illness, times of great suffering on the part of people who were poor, who were refugees, who were homeless, and they created systems of care, and they also transformed existing ways that care was delivered. So these founders, founding communities, basically began responding to needs here in the United States in the 1800s, and as was their history, went where they were most needed. And oftentimes that represented being the first provider of health care or of other services. So we, having these deep roots, look upon our core identity as a ministry that continues the healing ministry of God to those most vulnerable, as our particular reason for being. And so we create not only structures, but we create entire ways that people partner with us, that all of our associates and organizations continue to work together to evolve the responses to the needs of the time, but also create the responses for the needs of the system. And we need to be excellent stewards of the resources we have in order to continue our foundational reason for being, our commitment to those most in need. We are responsible to the continuity of this long history, and we are also responsible to keep creating it. I've often said we don't honor history by repeating it, we honor it by inventing it more. And so that's what stewardship is about. It's the resources to do that, and to continue our core reason for being, but shaping it to be of tomorrow.
AscensionHealt is a very strong ministry. We remain committed to this concept and this value of stewardship, that is, paying attention to the resources that we're utilizing, the value that we provide back to the communities that we serve, in order to allow us to continue the mission. One of the unique approaches that the resource group has taken in supply chain management has been to elevate the work of supply chain and move it more away from simply contracting and negotiating contracts and pricing to, again, working with those who are using supplies, understanding what their needs are, then going out and doing the contracting and the pricing, but not stopping there, going to the next step, which oftentimes is left undone because it's viewed as almost an automatic, which it's not, and that is the implementation of the contract.
That was a message from Ascension's Healthcare Resource Group on the vision and mission of Ascension as a ministry and a healthcare association. Again, thanks for joining Team 3's SWOT analysis on Ascension Healthcare.